Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Books and Betches.
Wow.
Not to be confused with Books and... I'm Kristen, and with me I have...
What was that?
I'm Kristen, and with me
I forgot what the topic of this episode
Not
was.
for you.
It's not for you.
And
Maria.
that's Erica and Maria.
Okay.
This is a book podcast. We swear, we spoil, we talk about sex, and we suck at all of this. However, we're not doing a book this week.
Nope.
We're doing a topic.
Yep.
A
Topic of discussion is...
I'm pregnant. That's not the book
Whoop,
topic.
there it is. Whoop, there it is.
Erica's pregnant.
Erica's pregnant.
Erica's pregnant.
It's weird doing it this way because like we had a whole announcement last time.
Yeah, the way
We,
Hudson
led
came,
to
like
it.
when
I know.
Sawyer sees his wife. Oh, not gonna say the name out.
I would like to announce the name because
You want to know?
Let's not. I'm not gonna be announced, but
I'm cutting this out.
why?
You want the name out?
I don't want anyone to fucking name their
Just
kid Sawyer.
bleep it. Oh, I was gonna say it would have been funny to bleep it.
I can bleep it, I guess.
Like I'm telling people because this is the name. This is 99.9% the name. Like I've been obsessed with this name for 6 years.
So
I
don't
love this
fucking take
fucking
it.
name.
So it's Sawyer.
It's Sawyer.
Yeah,
done.
I'm having a girl, and I want it to
Yay!
be named Sawyer.
I'm so excited that you're having a girl.
I'm so pumped.
Like I said, I've been obsessed with the name Sawyer for a girl for fucking
I
years.
love that.
And somebody that I know distantly, somebody I used to work with, just named their son Sawyer a couple of years ago.
I have a friend with a son named Sawyer.
And
Getting popular.
it's
genuinely.
actually it's one of the dead names.
Dead
Huh?
names?
Yeah, it's like almost extinct.
Oh, well,
What?
it's making a comeback
Yeah.
then, because now I know 3 Sawyers, and I've never known any Sawyers before then.
Yeah, I had never known
It's
Sawyer.
like
I
on-
guess, yeah,
it's
you're
on-
right.
it's
Dead
on
name. It's a name. You're right.
No, but it's on the dead list for 2023, I think.
Wow.
Where it's like
Interesting.
almost extinct.
Damn, so you're bringing it back.
Wow.
But
Like it.
I'm obsessed with it for a girl, and yeah, I've
I know
been
that was a
obsessed with it for a really long time.
nonchalant
That was a very
announcement.
chill
But
announcement.
if you missed it or didn't catch it, Erica is pregnant.
It's not a lie.
When are you due?
I am due in December,
So
early
that means
December.
come around that time, we're taking another big break, right?
Well, we naturally
We
take
usually
a break in
do at that
December
time anyway.
anyways.
Oh, you planned this perfectly. Thank you so much. You're so
Yeah.
thoughtful.
I mean, she's
Um,
still gonna be like heavily pregnant when we have to do a big batch of recordings. So we'll see how she feels.
True.
We're gonna take it in stride.
How are you feeling?
I feel good. Definitely like a different feeling pregnancy, than like Hudson. I like have more nausea and like,
Ugh, that
but
sucks.
less tiredness. So.
Are you nauseous like all day, or is it the morning thing?
No, it's only when I don't eat for a certain amount of time. Then I got nauseous,
I get
and
that
then I
too.
need to
Girl,
eat.
eat.
But then I don't want to eat because I'm nauseous.
You
Yeah.
need to eat though,
So.
for you and your babe.
I know.
She knows.
I know.
She's well aware.
But
I'm looking out for Sawyer. That's my
okay.
girl right there.
I've been
That's
I've
our
been-
girl right there.
I've been calling her soybean.
Soybean. Is she as big as a soybean?
She's the size of a.
I love these stupid things.
She's the size of a pool ball.
Oh, damn, she's big.
Yeah.
I told you she looked long in the ultrasound.
She does look long in the
I'm
ultrasound.
telling you. The minute I look at it, that's a
Ultrasounds creep.
Basketball
I'm not gonna
player.
lie, they creep me the fuck out.
Really?
It's
No,
kinda-
the ones that creep me out are the 3D ones.
So what's kind of crazy is like, okay, so I'm right now like 12 and a half weeks. Excuse me. When this episode comes out, obviously it'll be later along, but like right now she's like the size of a cue ball or
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, a pool ball, which is like, you know, like this big, right?
Mm.
But like when you see the ultrasound, it looks like a fully formed baby.
It
Yeah.
Like she's got arms and legs and
Yeah.
like
Toes.
toes, like it's crazy.
Here's a problem I have with you announcing this right now,
What?
and it's a big problem.
Okay.
Moving forward, let's count how many times this bitch goes pregnancy brain and blames everything.
She's never done that.
Oh, let's go back. Let's pull
She
up the
didn't-
tape.
She had it
No,
maybe
no,
once
no,
or
no,
twice.
no.
No.
No,
Erica's
no.
never used her pregnancy
Yes,
as an excuse
she
for
has.
shit.
Her
No, she has
terrible
not.
60 seconds,
No,
which
she-
all
no,
suck.
She always
Let's
sucked
pull up the
before
spread.
pregnancy.
Let's pull up the data.
I don't know if I ever.
I think
You
you've
did.
done it once or twice,
Twice,
but it was
3,
definitely
4,
after
5
you had
times.
had Hudson, and you were like, "Sorry, my brain's mush right now," because she
I think
barely
it was
slept with her
post.
baby.
I think it
And
was
you're
post pregnancy.
It was
consistently bad
post-pregnancy.
at 60 seconds.
She's
So
always been
moving
bad at it.
forward. If I hear one thing about your
I
60
don't want you
seconds,
coming at her for that. That's not.
I
what she
will.
did.
I think
Watch me.
you know what I think? Did I blame pregnancy on the alien thing?
Yeah, you
I
sure
can't
did.
remember.
I read the whole wrong book. Sorry, I'm pregnant. Pregnancy brain.
Maybe.
And you know what? It's
I
probably true.
There was one
I don't
time.
care.
If you are new here, I once did we do like the 60-second, like whatever. I once did the whole 60-second
Of
on
the
a
wrong
completely wrong book.
Honestly,
It happened.
Honestly,
it fucking
If you
happens.
think about it, the books were very similar.
The books
but
were very
To
similar.
be fair, like pregnancy brain is a very real thing.
100%.
And,
So
and
don't
you're
come
right.
after her.
And you're
was-
right. I just like
to
fucking
be
with
fair,
you.
like top 10 funniest things
Let
that
me
ever
just
happened on
put
this
that out.
Yes.
I like
podcast.
fucking
100%.
with Erica. Please don't come at me. I just like fucking with her.
Can we affirm that was
Yeah.
top
I would
10?
like to do a comp of all the funniest 60.
Maria, can you bring up your dad's topic?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Before we
okay.
jump into the
Before we
whatever
forget
the
about it
topic
again.
is.
So, my father loves to bring up things to bring to the girls because he thinks he's a producer. And so he said that you are in basically Night After Tomorrow. What's the title of that movie?
Day After Tomorrow.
Day After Tomorrow.
Same shit.
And you know, the world freezes over or whatever. He says you're in a library. What books do you burn to stay alive? And why would you keep the books you keep?
Who wants to go first?
Or so what books would you keep? What books would you burn?
I would first burn pretty much all like new. I would take the books that I would want to read or like to read or like whatever. Maybe there would be like 10 books there.
10.
And I would burn pretty much all the literary fiction.
10.
I
Bitch,
don't
you'd
know,
have
like
a stack
10?
of a honey over here. You'd be like,
No.
all the romance and all of the smut are gonna stay on.
No,
this side."
because if it's survival, I can't.
I mean, you have to survive mentally too, right?
No, I know, but that doesn't mean by books. Like, I would save as much. I would probably burn all the religious texts too, to be honest. But that would probably be the next one. But that's what I would consider fiction.
Oh
shit. And if you burnt all of those religious books and there was never another single religious text out there in the world, in a million years, if humans came back, they would never be able to like recreate the Bible, but they would be able to recreate all of the science texts. Just saying. Go on though.
Anyways, I would keep anything that was a science related, medicine related. I would even keep some of the history books because I think those are really important to like keep that.
Depends though, because history is related to the person who writes it. So
True.
I know there's some biases, but like, I mean, fuck, I'm not writing it, so
no, of course not.
I'm not gonna rewrite it.
I would keep herbalist things to know if any plants do survive this ice age. I need to know what to do with them and not die to random poison.
Smart.
Same for like a Grey's Anatomy kind of book, like to know how to fix or heal wounds.
Ooh,
God forbid you get
probably
like
some
stabbed.
automotive type books.
Something about mechanics, like things that will keep you alive.
I fucking love these answers because I love the idea of this, that you are so smart enough in the moment of I'm dying to actually think all of this through.
But that's what happened the day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
They were
in the
arguing
movie.
about it.
Yeah. So I'm saying if I was actually, I'm speaking so realistically and candidly. If I was actually in this position, genuinely, me as a person and knowing how fucking stupid and erratic I am, without a doubt, I would just be going like this. If you can't see, just go to our YouTube page. I go, pick them up like this, not even look at them. I'd pick them up with all my hands and I'd go, poof, and then go into the fire and I'd go, ooh, warm. And then I'd go to the next shelf and I'd go, and then I'd bring them to the fire and go, poof, ooh,
Wow,
warm.
you wouldn't even save them little by little.
Wouldn't even think about it.
You have a literal reptilian brain.
And yes, like actually, genuinely, yes. And that's me saying like, if I was like, I wish that I would have, like, I just know myself. I know the situation I would be in.
You would die.
That's
You
what
would
she's saying.
die.
1000% agree with
Kristen,
you.
you would not survive whatsoever. In
If
an
there was a
apocalypse.
zombie apocalypse tomorrow, I would probably walk up to a zombie and go, here you go, bite me. I don't want to fucking live.
This actually was an
I don't want to
interesting.
survive.
This is actually an interesting question that got proposed. I don't know where I saw this. If you became a zombie, would you also become a ghost?
No, you'd be a zombie.
I know, but your soul is out of your body.
Where does
Like,
your
you're
soul
dead.
go?
Well, it depends on what you think a ghost is.
It's
Yeah.
your soul. You would like your ghost would be like, "Come on, man, you fucking you were a fucking lawyer. Like, get your shit together.
I mean, if you're
Stop eating these fucking brains, dude.
Dude, if the choice was like just get it over with, I'm dead now, I'm a zombie. I don't have brains, so I don't have cognitive thought, and I'm just dead. It is what it is.
Like
versus I have every single day I need to like try to survive zombies from killing me. I need to find food. I need to find water. I need to make sure this motherfucker doesn't kill me. I need to make sure this. I'm choosing the zombie route every time.
Yeah.
I think about Zombieland, and I think I would be Woody Harrelson. Like, I think I would be like obsessed with finding a Twinkie or like, you know what I mean? Like
in a mansion somewhere eating Twinkies. Yeah.
There would just be like,
right.
I would just be very hyper fixated on something stupid like that that would bring me on my journey, and I would just like want to blow shit up and like be.
No, I genuinely.
I think I would be Woody Harrelson.
I genuinely want to believe that I'd like do all these cool things, but I just know. I know.
I
myself.
think I have too much anxiety to let myself just.
I think
die.
you would be what's his face?
I think
the guy who has all the rules.
Normal.
I just
You'd be like rule number 3, double tap.
Like, I haven't seen Zombieland in years, so I don't have any like memory of whatever you're saying. But yeah, I agree.
You had like a list of rules of like what you needed to do to survive the apocalypse.
But I know I could probably be wrong. I think I would second guess a lot of my choices, and that would paralyze me. I'd be paralyzed by the.
I guess
inaction.
it depends on who I'm with. Like if I'm with Mike, my will to survive will be like significantly higher. But like if I'm by myself,
you're done.
I'm done, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not a by myself survival type person.
I think I'm just afraid of the unknown of what it would feel like to die.
That too.
As
that
a zombie.
too. I do. Maybe
so
if you're right. If I'm in the position, I'd probably be a little bit more scared. But I think I would find myself on top of a mountain.
Like if I knew it was instant, if I knew I'd be like done. Like you just, I'm out. Yeah. Yes.
See, I didn't want to say it,
but
I would
suffering to it.
See, I didn't want to say it, but I would probably just end up like taking my own. You know.
What if you became the
alpha zombie?
No, the zombie.
The
zombie from the of Among Us. What's that? Is that
The Last of Us?
Last of Us.
Those are
and
so
you became
scary.
like cauliflower.
Well, I wouldn't know,
so
dude. I would have no
creepy.
conscious thoughts. So.
But what if you did?
That would suck. Then I wouldn't want to be a zombie.
And your only thoughts were, I need to eat brains.
Well,
isn't that every zombie?
As long as I'm not feeling pain, it is what it is.
Do you think zombies would be fast and smart, or do you think they would be fast and fast?
No,
and
that's
stupid?
would you rather them be fast and
No.
stupid?
What do you think they would be?
In real life?
I think zombies would be slow and stupid.
Yeah.
I think zombies, if were to actually happen, it would be purely a medical thing where something happens with our brain. Like I think our version of zombies in real life, like I think we're closer than we think.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like
Remember when we said it was going to be the not for you topic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't like this conversation, then maybe it's not for you. Let's talk about not for you.
Wow.
What a segue.
Okay, so TikTok has a couple of
We
fucking.
are 15 minutes in. You know the comments are going to be like,
no, they're not.
Okay.
They're
Well,
not.
just
no
to be
one's
fair,
cut up
to
some
be
of the
fair,
pregnancy
our
shit.
topic conversations are the chance for us to just fucking talk and talk. And somebody recently commented on our YouTube and was like, "I can listen to you guys talk for hours." What a compliment!
What
Thank
Because I've never heard
you.
anyone say that in my life. Usually,
Never.
it's the opposite.
Okay.
Who would say that to you? Send me their address.
I love you.
I have words. Choice words.
Go ahead, Erica. Not for you.
Okay, so book talk, always a fucking always a
Cesspool of
thing.
hate.
Here we go.
I got you. Basically, there is kind of like this sentiment going around where it's like people are commenting, especially on like certain people's like comment sections, saying like this book is not for you. And it brought up like the conversation in my eyes of like, is it rude to say that on somebody's like you know what I mean, like video, and you don't know this person?
It's the context. Yeah, give the context.
I think it's the context of it, right?
So if I was like,
I don't fucking like this book.
So if I went on Instagram and I was like, yeah, I just wasn't like the biggest fan of Dune. Like I didn't like the way like this part was written or something, and a bunch of bros were just like, yeah, that's because Dune's not for you. Like you should just go back to reading eroticas or something. Like yeah fuck off. What?
I don't think it's like incels, but I'm like we're
Sometimes.
Ooh.
not. Sometimes
It's
You picked
fellow
the
book
the book for that.
yeah,
But no, it's fellow book readers kind of being like, you know, somebody is shitting on a popular book,
yeah,
and you commenting and being like, yeah, well, I just don't think this book is for you. I think
got that recently.
I think there's a better way to say it.
Somebody did that
sometimes.
to us recently.
I did it to you recently.
No, it was a dark romance. It was what was that dark romance we read with H.G. fucking
H.G. Carlton?
H.G. Carlton. Whatever.
Haunting
Adeline.
Adeline.
Somebody commented on it and was like, oh, you don't like and I said at the top of the episode, I was like, hey, I just don't like, this isn't for me. I literally even said this isn't for me. And the comment was a little, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little rude, but it was just like, well, it's just not for you, and people who don't like it are actually boring. That's like my theory.
Yeah,
and I was like,
remember reading that comment.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
I literally was like, yeah, no, I admit I'm pretty boring. Like, it is what it is. But like, I did lead the episode by saying like, it's not for me.
They probably didn't get to that part yet.
But it's like, the way you say it, I think makes a big difference. Also, you don't know me. Like, you don't know what's for me and what's not for me.
I think that even if it's true, even if there's validity behind the statement, it's not for you. I think that saying it to a stranger on the internet is automatically going to be converse.
I thought you were going to say
convoluted?
cunty.
What's the word I'm trying to say?
Confrontational?
Confrontational? I don't know if that's the right word.
I kind of know what you mean, though.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's aggressive.
Yeah.
It's an aggressive statement towards somebody.
Do you think,
even though I think it's valid.
do you see this more in comment sections where that parasocial relationship happens, where they think they know them? Like, I watch a lot of booktubers for a continuous amount of time. I see what they read and what they enjoy compared to what I've liked. Is that where that's okay?
I think
then?
so. I don't think it's okay, but I think it's where you're seeing it more prevalent is like people who review often, and they review a book that like they clearly are not gonna fucking like because they don't like any books like this.
But then there's that side of things where it's just like, why can't you just admit in your review or when you're talking about a book that like, hey, I read this book, it's definitely just not my thing, but here's how I felt about it. Because that's what I always try to do, especially with our podcast. I always try to say, like, you know, like we just did Four Psychos. That book was not for me. Like, genuinely, like I knew going into it that I wasn't going to like it. Surprised that I didn't hate it. But it's just like, I at least try to admit at the top of everything where it's just like, this book, not my thing, but this is how I felt about it. And same with reviews. Like, you'll see people post reviews and they'll just be like, yeah, this book just like wasn't for me, but here's my opinions. And I think it's okay to do that, even if you're giving it a low rating, because you're giving it your honest review. Because how would you know if it's not for you
if you don't give it a shot?
Exactly.
But I guess it comes from the person who's a random stranger on the internet saying like, it's not for you, sort of like, it's weird. Almost condescending.
It's super condescending.
Yeah,
That's
it feels like exclusionary too, a little bit. Like, not you folks. You know, like, I don't know. It feels weird. But at the same time, like, I also get the flip side of it in the sense that, like, why are you reading books that, like, I know you're not going to like and I don't even fucking know you?
See, I mean,
again, it depends.
It's
context as well. How do they come across this book? Did they know about it beforehand enough to know that it's not for them? Like, I know I go into a lot of books not reading much about it. Like,
you've given me that, like, because you do that, it's like put it on me somehow, where I'm just like, I'm gonna do it the Maria way.
I like going in not knowing anything.
It's so much better.
You don't put any like
pressure.
You don't put any pressure on it. You don't put any expectations on it because you don't know what could come. A lot of synopses have the same tendency that I feel like with trailers, where they give too much away,
so much,
and you know the whole plot
in
a
you
synopsis.
Think about. Yeah.
So you're once you're reading it, you're just like, oh, so this is gonna happen at some point. You're already deducing what's gonna happen in the book before you even read it. So it takes in my opinion, takes the magic out of it. So that's where if they didn't know about it beforehand, how are they gonna know it's not for them? You know, so there's a lot of factors.
Here, I've been rattling around with this idea for a couple of weeks, and I've been thinking about doing a video about it, but then I get nervous about it. I don't know.
Oh, no.
But basically, I think that there are 2, maybe 3 main reader camps. And I think there are people who are intellectuals and read books, and they are looking for prose. They're looking at structure. They're looking to critically analyze the text. They're looking at character arcs and development and story arcs, and they're really diving deep, and they enjoy the idea of like really pulling apart a text. And they're looking at the line by line, they're looking at the prose, they're looking at sentence structures, like truly and honestly, like fucking AP Lit class, right?
Yeah.
And I think there are some people that enjoy that process.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But then I think there's another camp of readers that like, and they get made fun of a lot online that just read for fun. That literally,
God forbid.
the way that you watch reality TV, right? The way that you watch shitty fucking YouTube videos, like whatever, like some people just read for fun. And the problem is the intellectual camp is like, you can't fucking do that. You can't read just for fun. Like you have to be like, they can't understand why people read for fun.
There's a middle
how
ground
people
too.
read for fun.
I think that's your third bucket is the people in the middle.
The people, I think I think the third bucket is just like leftover. I don't fucking know who you are type people.
I just think it's in the middle because I try to read for fun, but sometimes my brain won't let me look past certain like sentence
But
stuff.
to me, that's not necessarily. But you're not like reading to analyze.
No,
you're
but
reading to
still
have fun. But sometimes things can create blockers to your fun,
True.
and those are the things that you're noticing in the
That's a
book,
good point.
right?
Yeah.
Like those are prohibiting you from having a good time reading.
Very good point. Yeah.
Right. So, and I think there's a big camp of people, especially on Book Talk now, that are not intellectuals, that are not looking to fucking, that read like H.D. Carlton and read these shitty fucking books like I read. And it's not about the content. It's about just fucking turning your brain off.
Yeah.
And these people are like, you can't do that. And that's where I think if you're reading a shitty book and you're one of the intellectuals, it's not for you. You know what I mean? That's where that comes into play a little bit, because it's like, it isn't for you.
Right.
It's not meant for you.
Yeah.
Like genuinely and truly, this book was not created.
It is scary
for
when those
you.
people find our videos. Like, I mean, you saw what happened when we posted one thing about like skimming books and they lost their fucking mind.
I know.
And it's like the books we're reading are not ones that it's okay to skim
Like
them.
they're
Not missing
acting
much.
like every single line is like so fucking important.
So their argument with that was like an author is putting all of this hard work into a book to write these words and you're just skipping over them. It almost feels like you're like, I don't know, going against the author in a way. But I truly think that fucking Creature Cafe, what was her name? Ruby Dixon Cleo Evans. I truly think that Cleo Evans doesn't mind if you miss a few words in her Creature Cafe book. I think she just wants you to enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Like I think she wrote those being like, this is fun, this is like a cool thing that like people can enjoy.
Even for Psychos, like I just read part of like the acknowledgments of it. It came from like the author likes to write daily.
Yeah.
So this was just a lump of all the stuff that she was writing daily.
Oh, that's cool.
As her writing process, right?
Yeah.
Because doesn't do this often, and she liked it so much that she turned it into a book.
That's cool.
So like,
It's like she probably didn't think she was gonna do all those things, but she's still like making fun about it.
you read a book that, let's say, is not meant to be, and you fucking roast it online, and like then that's where you get the comments of people sitting there going like, "That's not for you," and that's where I really think it's born from. I think I'm very optimistic in the sense that I do think people are inherently good and they don't mean to cause like
there's a lot
issue.
of pretentious people too.
But I think that pretentious people are the ones that are saying like, you can't tell me anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I think that there is a lot of validity in that. And the problem is that the other camp is like, you can't just read for fun. And I think that there's a really big miss on intersectionality with media right now. I think that like we hold books to a higher standard than we hold television, than we hold movies.
That's true.
That we hold other forms of media.
That's a great point.
And I don't appreciate that.
It's changing though. I don't know if you saw George Lucas, his comments on the movie industry right now.
No, what did he say?
He went in. He was like, all the movies right now, there's no originality in movies anymore. It's all remakes or what's
no
before.
movies are making any money.
Yeah. He went in.
As someone who just saw a bunch of trailers Monday,
No, there's some good stuff coming out.
there is some unique stuff coming out
getting
right now.
better, I think.
He's no one to talk. He's been in the same world.
So
for
all the
fucking
comments
ever.
were like, "Oh, you mean the guy that copied Dune?" I was dying.
Yeah,
George
like
Lucas is Star
Lucas,
Wars,
come
right?
on.
Yeah. It's like how everyone was, a lot of Star Wars people think Dune is just Star Wars. Like, dude, it came out before Star Wars. How dare you?
I just hate like reality. I think about reality TV. I think about like shitty CW shows. I think about fucking even like soap operas and like, you know what I mean?
That's
Like
my
they're
camp.
There
hold
are
books to a
some
higher
really
caliber.
fucking terrible TV shows.
And people don't give a shit if you watch your trashy TV. They're just like, oh yeah,
Nobody
you love your
cares.
trashy TV. It is what it is.
Some people
Movies,
judge.
I think, are different.
Some people judge.
Yeah.
I've come across people who be like, wow, you're watching that.
Like film school. Oh my god! Growing up, one of my favorite movies was like fucking, I don't know, Bruce Almighty. It was entertaining.
I love Bruce Almighty.
But if I had said that, like in film school, I had to be like, oh, I don't know, like Saving Private Ryan. Oh, Citizen Kane, favorite movie of all time.
That's a film school problem.
Yeah, it's
I've
so
always
stupid.
hated it's another elitism.
I wish I could have said Tremors.
It's elitism of the film industry as well. Of like, and I even felt it like at my job sometimes. There are some people who love films.
Yes.
Know every director, know
Yes.
every cinematographer. They even know editors of trailers. And I'm just like, am I in the wrong career?
Yeah, I think
Because
about
I
that
don't
a
think
lot.
I love this as much as you love this. Like,
Yeah.
I love this,
Yeah.
but like not to this point of where I'm gonna like.
I just want a good story.
I just like good stories, and I ingest them and
Yep.
I move on.
Exactly. Anything that could take me out of reality, and that's what I think reading is. It's like having fun. I think is so important because you're taking a break from reality for a minute. You're getting to imagine something different, and
Yeah.
it's like, who gives a shit what you're reading?
You know,
Well, it turns into like well, how lucky are you? How privileged are you to be able to turn your brain off, to not have to do this, to not have to do that? And it's like you do.
It's a
too.
privilege
You
to
just
breathe.
Get to
If
do
only
it.
you knew, baby. If
just-
only you knew.
You get to do it too. You watch shitty fucking reality TV.
Yep.
And like the reality is, I'm sorry. I'm very anti-reality TV. Love Jersey Shore. I do like some of them, but the reality of reality TV is it's one of the
Scripted.
most racist, homophobic, sexist, and predatory like practices in television. And the fact that people promote it actively and watch the Housewives and buy into Bravo
Yeah,
and
I'm
buy
not
into
watching
these fucking
those.
shows. No, you're watching like old school fucking Bad Girls.
No, I watch the Zeus Network, and now that's TV. I'm watching I don't watch Bravo.
No, but I'm saying like these, you know, even empty like we didn't know it at the time, but even what was the fucking not Road Rules,
Oh, Real World.
Real World.
Never
like
watched that.
even Real
Me
World, that was fucking predatory.
Yeah.
And like you want to talk about like shitty things that happen
It's
in
all set
industries.
up. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, the
Do
producer.
you know what they
was-
do
yeah.
those to those fucking people that
Oh, it's
sign up for those
terrible.
shows? Love is Blind
Big
is getting
Brother.
absolutely fucking roasted right now.
Really?
For all of the horrible, like abusive tactics that they use to interview people and get like good TV, and
Yeah,
yet you're
always.
sitting here from your fucking high horse talking about, oh, you need to read this, like
Ooh.
you read for fun, you
The
do
hypocrisy.
this. The hypocrisy
True.
fucking gives me a brain aneurysm.
Amen.
Because then
Preach. Bless your heart.
Why are you saying?
I don't know. It felt right.
Your
then
Tennessee came out, and you only lived there for 6 months.
You sit there on your ivory tower, but then you also go ahead and watch fucking Housewives or The Bachelor,
Slay.
who is
stop.
one of the worst shows on television
I've
in
never
terms
watched it.
of
Me either.
like abuse
One
and
thing I never got
racism and
into.
all of that shit. So it's funny that you would
Mm-hmm.
judge people for reading books, but then you do what you want to do in your own fucking time.
It's what's that saying? Like, for me, not for thee. What is?
Oh, I know what you're saying, but I don't know the saying.
You know what I'm
I
trying
know
to say.
exactly what you're trying
It's
to say.
like
I
I'm
don't know.
allowed to do it, but
oh
you can't.
man, that's gonna kill me now. Oh, that's.
I don't know.
I'm
I've
sorry.
never heard that.
I'm sorry.
No, but
But
you're right. It's like
I get real fucking hot about this because I see people online all the time talk their shit, and I'm like, you're the piece of shit.
Let's close this out with some advice for Erica. Yeah,
Erica.
yeah.
Delete TikTok.
Yes, let's close
I
this
delete
episode
TikTok.
out. Let's
I've
have
been saying it
let's have our intervention right
right now.
Erica,
I feel
we
like
love you. We
to
have
delete TikTok.
noticed. It's not you. It's we have noticed.
Yes,
We're not
yes.
coming at you.
not at all.
I need to delete TikTok.
But Maria and I have thought about this a lot, and
Yeah.
we feel
yeah.
that we love you.
I hate you guys.
And on the outside looking in, we feel that maybe it's time to delete
delete
TikTok.
TikTok.
I want to be that
think I
guy
need to.
from whatever that
You never
meme
go at
is,
them with a you. I
and
learned
he
that.
just cries like.
I love it.
I think it's time to delete
But I
it.
never start with you need to because
I
you is very
truly
aggressive.
believe, as someone who
See?
was
He's leading
going
with
through
I. Very
the
good.
phase that you're going through now,
Mhm.
where all you saw was rage baiting, and just
It's
the
a
shit you're seeing
nightmare.
now is just not good for you.
It's not
not good
even.
for
You know
you.
what? It's not. You know what's tipping me? You know what tipped me over the edge?
Yeah.
I will say, and I think I said this on our story. I've been on tornado
Alex
talk.
Arnold.
You know I've been on tornado talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been living for the tornadoes.
Yeah.
They
I'm sorry for
slowly-
devastation if you've lost
Yeah,
anything.
what the fuck?
I know.
There was like 16
no,
a
Julie,
day.
yeah,
It makes me.
Tennessee.
It makes me sick to my stomach when I
devastating.
watch
Julie's
them.
whole yard was flooded. Like, not
Really?
that
No, it makes me sick to my
She's
stomach
been getting
watching
a ton
them.
of stuff. Sorry, go on.
I'm very empathetic to this, but I'm watching these fucking tornadoes destroy entire towns like crazy. I don't.
Yeah.
It's sickening, but and then I scroll and I see a fucking fake ass tornado, a fucking AI tornado.
Oh
You
my
get
God.
people who are posting tornadoes that are like from 1997. They're saying it's from last week.
Oh, they do that all the
Oh
time.
my
Like they're
God,
posting the
why?
wrong
Yeah.
tornadoes with the wrong names, with the
Yep.
wrong towns, with the wrong this, with the wrong that.
Just for views.
Or
Yep.
they're posting tornadoes and putting like crazy sound effects in the background to make it
Sirens and
sound
shit.
it like
yeah.
scarier or whatever. Like they're just like manipulating these tornadoes now.
It's
and
like,
now
those
it's
are
like
people's real lives.
yeah,
Like, yeah.
one, yes, but two, like I can't even watch a fucking tornado.
You took that from her too?
You have to fuck with tornadoes. They're already devastating. They're already fucking terrible. And you have to fuck with the tornadoes.
You took that from her too.
Like what is sacred?
Oh my
What is sacred?
sacred? What? Oh my
I
God.
can't even get a weather video.
Even
That's
weather's
not fake. I can't even get a weather video not fucked up. Like
yeah.
Oh man.
So,
It's time.
long story short,
Yeah.
maybe delete it for like a week and see how you feel.
it was
Yeah.
my
See
final
how you
straw.
feel. I support that.
Yeah.
Like,
see how
the
you
try
feel.
it out.
My other problem is that I would I'll delete all my drafts.
Save them somewhere. Can you save them to your camera roll?
Is there a place on your phone that you don't look at as often so you can put it there so it's
Like,
not like a
tuck it
muscle
away?
memory?
I could probably do
Are you on
that.
TikTok every day?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your preferred app while you're pooping? TikTok.
Probably Instagram.
Yeah. Okay. So if you delete TikTok, would you keep Instagram?
Yeah. I don't feel the rage I feel on Instagram.
Yeah, because anytime you post rage on Instagram, it's stuff
about
you saw on TikTok.
Yeah.
I never. I will say though, I feel more emotional this pregnancy,
Okay.
Yeah.
and the one emotion I am feeling more of
Is
is
rage?
rage.
Really?
Female
Oh,
rage,
we're about
baby.
to get
Oh my
interesting,
God.
Erica.
There's gonna be a
Our
fucking
next
hoot.
like 15 episodes are gonna
I'm
be
so excited.
fascinating.
I have been like off like 0 to
love it.
60.
I'm happy
like
about it. Yeah.
you know, like the
Poor
little
John.
rage guy in
Yeah,
the
Inside Out 2's coming out.
Yeah, him.
Oh my God.
I'm like
we should all
him.
go see that together.
Yeah, we should. I love
So
that movie.
that's interesting. But again, like I don't feel rage when I open Instagram.
That's good.
I feel rage when I
Yet.
open.
And then you can move all your drafts over to fucking Instagram.
You know what? I feel a little ragey though when I go on Threads.
Threads?
I could delete.
Why do you
Threads.
have
People
threads?
are still on Threads.
I go on Threads once every 3 weeks.
Do people use
and then
it?
I immediately close it
I
out.
guess I forgot that was a
People
thing.
people get fucking hot on Threads.
People actually use it. I
Is
thought
that the new
was,
Twitter?
I thought
Without
it was
all the porn?
obsolete.
no,
So apparently
no,
Twitter
it's
is just
book.
porn heaven now.
I thought it was
No,
obsolete.
it's book shit. And then I get really fucking angry. Like I fought this girl about media literacy the other day.
Oh
and
my
I'm like,
God, Erica.
You're fighting people.
You're
on
fighting
Threads?
people. That's
well,
it. We
no,
have
I
to
was
take it
like,
away.
stop fucking. I did a rant about this. Stop fucking calling things what they aren't.
What do you mean?
What did they call?
Like they were like, oh, nobody has media literacy anymore about
Oh.
X, Y, and Z. It's like that's not fucking media literacy.
and then what did she say? Was she like?
She's like, well, my professor, and I was like, you're a fucking idiot.
You
Oh
didn't say
boy.
that.
No, I didn't say that.
But
But
she
I
thought
you
it.
wanted to.
But I said, well, that's an allegory, so yeah, that makes sense that it would be in reference to that because it was fucking annoying.
Did you feel better after?
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I did. I
She
felt
did.
better.
She did.
I
but-
don't think you did.
I
She
think
did.
I actually think I would like to go on a quest, like correcting everyone misusing the term media literacy. I think that would make me feel
What's
better.
making you so hot about media literacy?
It's the misuse of it. People just
but like,
keep
how is
on
it affecting
keeping
you in any
on.
way, shape, or form?
because they're changing the definition of a phrase, and they are like
That's
acting
happening
like
all the time.
Erica, who gives a shit?
it's already
Who
got a fucking.
Cares? How does it affect you personally?
Words change meaning all the time.
But they don't when there's other words that have those meanings.
But
Who
yes, they
cares?
do. all the language is constantly changing.
You can't change
That's
the
cap
definition.
right there. A cap? Cap.
It's literary they're talking about literary analysis. And
Uh-huh.
they're like, this is media literacy. That's not they're two different things.
Yeah, but you could
And
just,
one
you could
already
just
has
read
that
it. You could just
definition.
read it and go, that's wrong, and then move on.
And then move on.
I know, but I gotta tell people. It's these fucking Gen Zers, man. Sorry if you're Gen Z.
fucking
it's
kids.
time to stop. Okay, can we agree?
I'm fucking done.
We need to
Okay,
bring in
so
an actual
Move it out of your
I
home
think
screen.
very easy to delete threads. I
Okay.
never log into
delete
that app ever
threads,
again.
and then we will check in every week about TikTok to make sure you're not on it.
I need to do something.
Yeah, we're
because
gonna-
The
it's-
thing is,
I'm
we're
gonna
not
get
going
you
to get our
tokens.
discussion topics anywhere else because you
that
find them
is
on
true.
TikTok.
Maybe you should stay on TikTok. We need your discussion.
I'll just go on once in a blue moon.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen.
That's not going to.
Just write down topics every time you see something.
I'll tell somebody else to tell me.
Okay, I like that.
There's a lot of people that like I'll post the tea on Instagram stories. And they're like, I'm not on TikTok, but this is fucking tea. And I'm
tell
like,
us all of it. And they ask her to tell them.
Really?
Yeah,
tell
they go
them.
to Erica to ask them for the tea.
And I'm
No
like,
way.
They don't want to have to deal with what let you deal with.
I
That's a lot
know.
of burden on you.
I know.
That
Don't
is a
do that,
big-
guys.
And now that you're pregnant, like just
I don't want you on there if you're
it's too much
pregnant.
stress.
I think I need to delete. I'll miss the tornadoes.
Okay.
You can get them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe
YouTube
it's time to
Shorts.
switch to YouTube.
Try YouTube Shorts.
I support that.
Hmm.
There's
It
no
gets a
drama.
little weird sometimes. Just scroll away.
There's no drama over there.
What kind of weirdness?
I've stuff pops up that tries to be TikTok to me, and I'm like, nah, bitch, you ain't gonna get me again.
TikTok lives really disturb me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Still.
I haven't scrolled on it in a while, but it scarred me a couple times.
I don't like them.
Okay.
haven't
Let's all agree. Erica deletes TikTok. And we
Yes,
move on.
and I have one thing to add because we were talking about reading,
Mhm.
right? I saw today it came out like 2 years ago now, but the Reading Rainbow documentary. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix.
What? They
It-
made a Reading Rainbow documentary?
Yes,
Rainbow.
yes.
Why do I
And
remember Reading
And
Rainbow?
it was the sweetest
Why is
thing.
that bringing me back?
Because it's
Because
a
it was
TV
like a
show that we
thing.
all grew up on
Yeah.
with LeVar Burton.
Oh my god, I forgot all. Holy shit. Holy
Reading
shit.
Rainbow.
This is like.
Yes.
This is awesome.
So I spent my like hour and a half watching that today. I cried tears of nostalgia.
Oh, you just made my day.
Yeah, and it was the most precious thing. And seeing how we all used to grow up with reading and the love of reading, that was the most precious
That
time.
went from 83 to 2006.
Yes,
Oh,
I know.
what? Okay, I'm definitely watching. That's on Netflix.
Yes, on Netflix.
Thank you, Maria.
So please give it a watch if you haven't given it. If you grew up with Reading Rainbow like we did,
Holy shit.
I remember just vividly loving that show, as well as Between the Lions. That was another reading show.
Oh my god, now it's showing Mr. Rogers and
So I haven't
Wishbone.
watched the Mr. Rogers documentary because I have a visceral,
It's so
I
good,
have
and
a
I
visceral
bawled my
connection
eyes
to
out.
Mr. Rogers.
You should watch it.
I
It's-
know, but I'm gonna cry.
It's so good. I bawled my eyes out.
Ugh, see, I bought my eyes out for the Reading Rainbow one.
Oh man, this is really bringing me back. All right,
Childhood, man, the nostalgia.
Great recommendation. If you would like to add to these discussions, this is a long ass discussion.
We spent 20 minutes talking about her.
Yeah, that's good though. Thank you everybody for being here. If you want to do us a favor and tell Erica to delete TikTok, everybody just go to our Instagram and just write delete TikTok and send it in a message. Please do it now. Just go to books_n_betches BETCHES on Instagram. DM delete TikTok
I just
now.
deleted threads.
Okay, so,
So
delete
proud.
TikTok now.
I'm gonna move my Audible app there.
And yeah, watch us on YouTube and subscribe. Books and Betches. Thanks so much for being here. We love you and we'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.